Divinity School because here they used to teach theology or divinity. So this building that you are seeing is known as the University Church, gelato from there. This flavor is Lotus Biscoff.
I like to give a lesson on book chaining to all our visitors in case they're misled by the Harry Potter fans.
Good morning everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the day 2 of Oxford excursion. It's 9 AM in the morning and I have checked out from my hostel, but I have kept my baggage there, which I'll pick up in the evening when I am gonna leave Oxford. And right now I am walking towards a place called Jericho, and there I am gonna walk alongside the river to the place called Port Meadow. I have chosen this time because the places I want to see will open after 10 AM. So like there's a Pitt Rivers Museum and there are some Oxford University colleges which I want to see. They will open at 10 AM, 2 PM. So I've got some time to spare and I already had a coffee at the hostel. So I'm just gonna walk alongside the river and see the beautiful walk. So yeah. So I have reached to Jericho and now I am alongside the river. I'm gonna walk here alongside the canal. I'm gonna walk till Port Meadows and let's go. So the river that flows in Oxford is called River Thames, which is also in London. It is slightly muddy in color. This canal walk is really beautiful. It's really pretty and the sun has come out. The sky is a little blue, a little cloudy, a little gray, so it's making it really beautiful. And I would definitely suggest you to walk alongside this river when you are in Oxford. And I would definitely suggest you to take 2 days to visit Oxford, because 1 day is not enough in my opinion, especially during winter, because the days are shorter. And yeah, and remember to walk from Jericho to Port Meadows. This river walk is quite beautiful. So I noticed a thing just now, that the color of this river Thames is very different what I saw last year in London. In London it looks more muddy in color, more brown, more like yeah, brown color, like a tea color. And I saw a meme on Instagram regarding it, that why do Brits love tea so much, and then they showed River Thames. So yeah. So a piece of information, that you cannot reach to Port Meadows directly while walking alongside the river. So what you should do is that when you reach Jericho, start walking from there, and when you reach to the second bridge, take a left from there and open your Google Maps and just follow the route to Port Meadows. So when you take a left from the canal, you will walk for 2 minutes and then you will see this bridge, which is for pedestrians. And when you cross this bridge, you will reach to Port Meadows. So I have reached to Port Meadows, and it is really windy here. As you can see my hair, I think you can hear the wind as well. And it's looking really pretty because the sun is out. The sky is so pretty, and the water. I'm walking to Worcester College. It opens at 10 a.m. so it's already 10:15, I guess. It's a 20-minute walk from here, so I'm gonna visit that college. It's a constituent of the Oxford University, and it is known for its good architecture and buildings, so I'm gonna see them. So I have reached to Worcester College, but I got to know through their website they have closed for Christmas and New Year. They closed it yesterday, so I wouldn't have been able to visit it anyway because I came here yesterday and it was closed yesterday as well, so that's quite disappointing. And same with the Bodleian College, which is quite famous for among visitors because of its architecture and buildings, and they also have closed it for Christmas and New Year, and again from 21st, the day I arrived in Oxford. So I have just got one college to visit, that is New College, and that is also pretty, but it will open at 2 p.m. So right now I'm gonna go to Pitt Rivers Museum, which opens at 10 a.m. so it must have opened already, so I'm gonna visit it. You can have a little peek inside of Worcester College. You can see the University Park, which is quite beautiful, and there must be some beautiful places inside, but unfortunately you cannot go inside. So this building is the Museum of Natural History. So I think before going to Pitt Rivers Museum, I'm gonna visit this museum first. I'm gonna have a quick visit. Let's see how it goes. So that is the entrance, which is looking pretty beautiful. This display is showing the ages of extinction. The Earth has witnessed 5 major extinctions so far due to certain reasons: rise in global sea level, meteorite strikes, volcanic eruptions, climate shifts. And these are the displays which shows fossils from millions of years ago. So these are some skeletons of some mammals: horse, deer, elephant, bison, camel. This display shows the rise of modern humans as we are the species of Homo sapiens. So right now I'm in the archaeology and anthropology section of the museum. This museum is also pretty huge, just like yesterday. Don't think so I will be able to see the whole museum because I have to visit other places as well. But yeah. Earlier I told you that I am going to Natural History Museum instead of Pitt Rivers Museum right now, but the correction is that the Natural History Museum is a part of Pitt Rivers Museum, and Archaeology and Anthropology Museum is also a part of Pitt Rivers Museum. So the whole building was Pitt Rivers Museum. So that's the correction, and it's quite good place to visit. If you are in Oxford, you should definitely visit that. You'll get to learn about more about the history of Earth. You'll get to see fossils from millions of years ago, different ages of the evolution on Earth. So you should definitely visit that. And right now I am walking to University Parks. It remains open till 4 p.m. and it is quite beautiful, they say, but I don't know how it's gonna look during winter. Let's visit it first, then let's see how it's gonna go. So I have reached to the University Parks, and this is it. I think it's a nice place to walk around. So I'm gonna walk a bit, see what's there. I saw a picture on Google that there's a bridge over a river or something, so let's find it out. And after a few minutes, or like 15-20 minutes, I'll leave from this place, and then I think I'm gonna go to the Western Library. I saw it in the Google and it says it's nice, and they do some exhibitions also, and by the time it'll be 2 p.m. I guess, 2 to 30 p.m. That time I can go to Christ College. Not Christ College, I'm gonna go to the new college. There's a Christ College as well, which is quite famous because of Harry Potter scenes. Because some of the Harry Potter scenes were shot there. But it requires pre-booking and I think guided tour. And the ticket is for £10, I guess. I saw it on its website. So I can go there as well. But first I'm gonna see new college. I think this park would look beautiful during spring and autumn, because as you can see, the trees here don't have leaves because of the winter. I think it would look more green in spring and more colorful in autumn. So that's the bridge I was talking about earlier. And to be honest, it looks really ugly. Maybe because it's winters, it might look pleasing in summer and autumn. But yeah, I'm not gonna walk on it. I'm just gonna leave now from here. I think that's it. That's it. In my opinion, this park is a nice place, but it is especially nice for the locals who want some time for like jogging, or who just wants to stroll around in their free time. But I believe for touristy purpose, this is not much a good place to visit. Of course, if you have spare time, got some free time, you can come here. But in my opinion, I would not suggest anybody to come here. So from University Parks, I have come to the Western Library, which is near University of Oxford, where we came yesterday. So let's get inside and see how it is. Yes. So this is the Western Library. It's okay. I like. It's okay. It's not that good, I think. And in Western Library, you can do some free exhibitions as well. So there are alphabets live, Chaucer, and these are free to do. So if you're gonna come before April 2024, you can see them. So that was the Western Library. I did not find it that great, but there were exhibitions for free, so it was okay. And also I have bought a ticket for myself for a Bodleian library tour, which would include four places in it: Humphrey Library, the Divinity room, the graduation room, and there's one more. But it will start at 4 p.m. and at 4 p.m. it starts to get dark here. So they have asked me to do Divinity room right now because they will not cover it at 4 p.m. So I am gonna do it right now, and then I'll come back again at 4 p.m. to do the rest of the things. So remember, I came here yesterday, so now I have the ticket. I'm gonna enter into Divinity School and see what's there inside. So this is Divinity School, which was built in 1400s, and it is called Divinity School because here they used to teach theology or divinity, and they used to take exams also here from 15th century until 19th century. And also this famous hall was filled in Harry Potter. It was used as infirmary in second part, and also dance lesson hall in the Goblet of Fire. So this hall is quite historic, and the architecture is quite pretty. The ceiling, so picturesque. So when I reached New College, the notice was there that it is closed for public visitors until further notice, but visitors can access to the New College ground, but from the another gate, which is at New College Lane. So I'm walking towards that, and yeah, let's see. So that's the entrance for New College for public. But unfortunately it is also closed until 3rd of January, so I cannot visit. So disappointing, but it is what it is. So I couldn't able to visit any of the colleges: Bodleian, Worcester and New College. I wanted to visit all these 3 colleges, but unfortunately the timing is wrong. They closed it too soon for Christmas. I think they should have waited until weekend at least. Anyway, so right now I think I don't have anything else to do. My library tour will start at 4 p.m. So for now I'm gonna get something to eat and wait until 4 p.m. So this building that you are seeing, it is known as the University Church, and it's the very place from where the Oxford University started, and it is open for public visit. And also there's a tower which you can climb up, and its ticket is for £5, I guess, and from there you can get a very good view of Oxford City if you're up to it. Otherwise you can just visit the church. So right now I'm inside the University Church. to Oxford's covered market, which is quite famous, and it's on the Market Street. It's got tea shops, coffee shops, cafes, cakery, bakery. It's pretty. So in this covered market, there is a shop called the Girl Fiction, which is a cafe where you can read books and have coffee, and I think they serve alcohol as well. It looks pretty. So in this covered market, there's a gelato place called William Morris, and I got a gelato from there. This flavor is Lotus Biscoff. It's very tasty, very nice, and a single scoop is for £3. So if you're gonna be in the covered market and if you like ice cream, so do visit William Morris. Also in the market, there is a florist shop, which is quite pretty and quite busy also. People are just buying flowers here. It looks pretty beautiful. So that was the covered market, which remains open until 4 p.m. every day, and it was established in 1794. The market is quite pretty. It has got so many things like florist, cakeries, bakeries, and gelato, pubs, cafes. So you must visit that place. It's a nice place to hang out and good food, good time. Now I'm going to the Radcliffe camera again because I have a tour at 4 p.m. and they asked everybody to be there 10 minutes before, and I'm gonna show you obviously.
And is almost unchanged for the last 400 years, so nothing's happened to the furnishings, the decorations the same, the books are all early 17th century and they're still being used. Normally when you get an unchanged space like this, it becomes a museum, and Oxford's very proud that it's still using this collection of books to show the visitors. So you have a little white chip which identifies the reader and then identifies where they are, because Bodleian is absolutely huge and you would want to know where the book was if it wasn't on the shelf. In the films, and we now like to give a lesson on book chaining to all our visitors in case they're misled by the Harry Potter fans. So the first thing to say is this is not an interesting book. It's just for demonstration.
Okay.
And what they did in the films was put a big metal ring through the spine, which is the bit that works hardest and is most fragile. The paper's folded and has a lot of holes in it for the stitching, and you would never put a ring through that and jeopardize it. So chained books always chained at the front edge. You then have a bit of a problem when you want to put it on the shelf because you don't want the chains to come between and rub the covers and so on. And that's how books were always housed when they're chained. You can see the chain falls away and doesn't do so much damage. And so, having said how little it has changed, all the books would have been four-edge out, and there would have been curtain of chains in front of them. So Duke Humphrey gave 300 books, and you can more or less remember where you've put something if you've got 300 books. You might have to scan a bit, but you'll find it in the end. Bodley started, so Duke Humphrey's manuscript library, Bodley started with a printing library, started with 3,000 books. Within a couple of decades, he'd got 24,000. You have book and a little bit of dust sitting there, so we don't clean our books very much. We can't, if you want to preserve these books for as long as possible, you would box them in grey archival colour. You can imagine how horrendous the library would look if everything was boxed. So the conservation department have devised what's called a book shoe, which goes around 4 sides of the book, and it does 2 or 3 jobs. It stops the books rubbing between each other, and there's a little strap. Can you see? They've tried to colour match the strap to the book, which holds the whole thing in place. If you've got a stitched book like these early 17th century books, hand stitched, and your covers aren't parallel, they do that a bit, you're straining the stitching and the book will fall apart. So this is called preventative conservation, doing as much as you can to stop the book falling apart in the first place. Divinity School, where we met downstairs, was used for the dance class and the hospital. Did you see the little pictures? Yeah.
Downstairs.
And they were here for 3 days, filming 24 hours solidly, so as not to waste any time. We had to close the library to readers, and the readers were enraged because they thought it was a very frivolous reason to shut the library. Nobody knows what papers made.
True.
Yes, you're talking about parchment, which is a very good material for manuscript writing. It's quite expensive. It's going to take the skin.
So that was a tour of Bodleian Quad, and with that tour, our tour also comes to an end. So our 2 days in Oxford was quite good, and I hope that you will enjoy this vlog. And if you're gonna visit Oxford anytime soon, and I am later also, we're gonna follow the itinerary I followed. And don't forget to like, subscribe and comment, and I'll see you next time. So bye bye, take care.